About Maruti, which holds a huge share in India's passenger vehicle segment, has flagged concerns on growth. Sudarshan now joins in to give us details on this. Sudarshan.
So Maruti had held an investor call after its Q4 earnings on Friday, and today you can see that stock is currently high or say off lows. Now it has talked about majorly two topics. First, FY26 outlook, and second, why entry-level sales remain a concern. So first, talking about the FY26 outlook, company says that if you would have heard SIAM, it's expecting FY26 domestic growth to be in the range of 1 to 2% versus 3 to 4% that we recorded in FY25. So here the picture is not that bright. But what might hold good for Maruti is its export growth is improving. In FY25, its export growth was 17%. Now it believes that in FY26 that growth can increase to 20%. So that's the reason total sales might improve going forward. But the entire industry is talking about the entry level where Maruti is the leader and why the sales have been falling. It's not been falling for the last 1 or 2 years. It's been falling for the last 5 years since 2018 and 2019. Now, what was the reason? If you compare from that level, currently the sales are 10% lower. So RC Bhargava has given few reasons. First, if you talk about the household income for people who are earning less than 5 lakh, there are 200 million of total 300 million households who are earning less than 5 lakh. Now the cost of these cars, of entry-level cars, if you take, for example, of Maruti, Wagon-R, Celerio, price of these cars have increased significantly over the last few years, and that's the reason people who are earning less than 5 lakh have stayed away from buying these cars. Also, another 30% of households have income in the range of 5 to 12 lakh, and this bracket also has kind of stayed away because of increase in car price. Why the prices have increased? So he has given few reasons. First, like regulatory changes. Second, commodity costs have seen a sharp increase. Now, what does the industry need? If you would have heard in the budget, Finance Minister had announced that income tax would be reduced. And second, upcoming 8th pay commission. So will these two help improve the demand for entry-level car? As per RC Bhargava, the big answer is no. He believes that government has to do GST rationalization to improve the demand. Let's listen to what exactly he had to say on this.
The demand has been falling for the last many years. If you look at the small car market, or let me go beyond that. If you look at the household income distribution in India, 200 million out of 300 million households are below 5 lakhs in income. The people in this lower income households, and they comprise the bulk of the Indians, was suddenly faced with sharply rising costs of small cars, largely because of regulatory requirements and the cost of meeting those requirements, partly because of commodity prices and other things. But overall, the prices have gone up very sharply. And so they have dropped out of the market. The projections made by SIAM on the auto industry for 25-26 do not show a better picture than 24-25. Last year, we grew at about 3%. The forecast made by SIAM is 1 to 2%. So the domestic demand is not growing beyond what it has been in the past, maybe falling a little bit. Where we see a silver lining is that our exports are going to grow. We grew exports at 17% last year. We expect that exports this year may grow at about 20% this year. So that is going to make up a lot of what may or may not happen. People at the entry-level segment have numerous demands on their income. There are people who don't generate surpluses every year. And a lot depends on each family what their priorities are. The amount of money which is required to make up the extra cost of buying a car runs into 70, 80,000 rupees. I'm not sure how much money this income tax refund will give, or not income, but lower income tax rates will give them. Will it give them enough to afford to buy a car and pay for the higher installments? Some families maybe yes, some families no. But we have to see this thing just started, the impact has just started to come.
Okay, on that note, we know we're going to slip into a very short break. Up next, we'll discuss the market fundamentals with Nilesh Shetty, Portfolio Manager at Quantum Advisors.